I
She's
know.
mean.
I'm mad at you.
I don't
for
care.
saying it.
Dummy.
Sorry.
How does it feel to, considering, the mindset that you guys were in last year, that you just wanted to, prove that you could, be a feasible unit? How does it feel now to go in and, know that you're one of the best on the offense?
Yeah, that's comfortable to think about. We kind of had this mindset the whole time, even kind of beginning of last year, and it helped actually manifest itself towards the end of the season, and kind of carrying that into this year. And we know who we are, we know what we're capable of up front as an offensive unit, and just everybody just playing the way we've been playing, and we know that everything's going to fall in how we want it, so just got to keep our head down, keep grinding through camp, and eventually start preparing for the first game, and see how everything goes out there. We're all really excited, though, so we're really looking forward to it.
Would you say to Stuber?
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but stuff like this happens in this game. Yeah, I hate to see a guy go down like that. Going to be major. He was going to be a major contribution to us up front. There's really not much you can say in the moment. It's kind of disbelief. Watching him walk up the field was really hard. Saw him after. Just there really were no words. Just I don't know. Yeah, it's just really painful to think about.
You confident Jalen can handle it over there?
Yeah. Stuber and Jalen, they've been balanced in spring ball all through winter workouts as well and summer workouts. They've been pushing each other every day, and we think that up front we've had 6 starters, and it's just going to be who kind of push himself into light at the end. But by default, it's Jalen now, so we see no problem with Jalen going out there and taking the reins at right tackle, and really looking forward to him improving himself on this offensive line and helping us achieve our goals that we have.
What does he bring to the table?
Stuber and Jalen, they're both kind of 2 different players, but kind of in their own regard. And Jalen's a quick twitch, athletic guy. When he gets in a bad position, he can escape that using his feet and his hands, and he's got good eyes. He's put on a lot of weight this offseason, and you can't really tell. He's looking really good. And, it's really that athleticism. I guess it's just kind of him being so young. I kind of feel old now because this is my 5th year here, but he's got those fresh legs, and he's looking good out there for sure.
Do you coach him up a little bit as a veteran and what to expect being a young guy getting into this mix?
Yeah, especially last year when we kind of had that tackle battle going on as well. You kind of want to do what's best for the team, and what's best for the team is helping bring him along as well as some of the younger guys, showing them especially how we do things around here and the standards that we set in the offensive line room, and kind of helping mold Ryan Hayes as well, because he's next up if God forbid anything else happens. So yeah, just in general, the tackles, especially offensive line, we got a lot of senior leadership, and especially Caesar, Ben, and Mike, and all of us. So we got some really good leadership up there, and we're all chipping in, and it's all been going really well.
What makes this room different from others that you've had in your time here?
I think what it is kind of just the results that we've gotten, and the recognition, even though we try not to look too much into that. And all of us collectively as a unit, it sounds cliche, but we're all really close, and we hang out all the time, either if we're in the facility or if we're outside the facility. So I think we all just have a really special connection, and we're willing to go out there every day and fight for each other. If someone gets banged up on a play, they don't want to take themselves out because they know that those reps are going to have to fall on another guy, and that guy's going to take 2 times the reps during practice. So I just think as everybody has each other's back, and everybody's looking out for each other, and they all just generally love each other.
Is Ryan backing you up as well?
Yeah, Ryan's working both sides, thinking that he'll be the next guy if anything happens on the outside. So Ryan's working left and right and doing a good job. He's put on some weight as well. I'm trying to groom him. I'm still shoving food down his throat because I think he needs to add more. But yeah, he's so long and athletic. I was just talking to him. He played wide receiver in high school and all-state DN, I think, something like that. It's kind of absurd, but Yeah, Ryan's doing well, and yeah, looking forward to watching him develop even more.
Who's impressed you the most out of the 6 freshman offensive linemen?
Yeah, so the freshmen have been interesting because this is, I think Coach Harbaugh said, the longest that they've had their summer bridge program going on, and I can remember back to my time doing that, and it was really hard balancing that football and school. But there's a steep learning curve there as well, and we've been having to kind of split up practices and walk through and have them separate from us sometimes. But I think some guys, obviously physically, just looking at them, Trente and Trevor, physically they really look the part as really good, and Carpenter, he's been doing really well as well. You got Carson Barnhart, another solid player. He's been moving around from position to position, offensive line, no real problems. And yeah, I mean those guys are really the guys that have been sticking out in my mind, and not trying to leave everyone out, but those guys are just the guys that really come to my mind. I think about that.
Last year, all the talk was with Ed Werner was how he simplified things and made things, easier for you guys to digest. How has he changed, if at all, to kind of build upon that this year?
This year compared to last year, we kind of have sort of the same concepts. We had some of the concepts in right now with Coach Gaddis that we had last year, but we didn't necessarily run in games. I don't know if it's because we just didn't feel comfortable with it yet. A lot of concepts are the same, but it's just different verbiage and language that we have associated with it. But so far, transition's been seamless for us. It's kind of just new for the offensive line. Instead of going back and have the quarterback read off the wristband to us, and we're all up there standing on the offensive line, and we get a play call signal in from the sideline, and it's only us up there, and we're talking, communicating with ourselves. There's no connection to the quarterback and thing on that besides the cadence or snap count. But yeah, everything's been going well, and we're really liking the change and just the versatility that the RPO offense brings to us. And it's kind of difficult being offensive lineman because it's hard to get your fits right because you don't really know if it's ever going to be a run or pass. And sometimes you're blocking and you think the run's coming to you, but then you see the ball all the way out on the sideline, like at the end of the play. But yeah, it's really interesting and it's been fun. Looking forward to it.
What's the most enjoyable thing you or the team has done non-football related in camp?
I think it was like 7 days ago, we went to the Barcelona and Napoli game over at the stadium, and that was a nice break from the first week and a half of camp. And I studied abroad in Barcelona in 2017, so seeing them again and getting to see Suarez out there again was really cool, and just kind of just sitting out there and enjoying it. It was really hot, but I was sitting out there sweating, but it was really fun and brought back those fond memories of me and a few of my teammates out there in Barcelona. And yeah, those are really relaxing time getting our mind off things.
Did you go to games when you were in Barcelona too? Or?
Yeah, I went to one game when I was out there. Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Different atmosphere there or compared to the big house?
Yeah, obviously a completely different atmosphere. That Barcelona and Catalonia as a whole is just completely amazing and completely different. I didn't even know like the history of Catalonia and like everything that's going on with the whole entire country of Spain and stuff like that. But going there was really eye-opening for sure.
Is Coach Warner keeping you guys grounded?
Yeah, he'll humble you every now and then, for sure. But as we get closer, I was throughout camp, and as we get closer to the games, he likes to say that he likes to pump some air into your tires, get confidence back up, and always says that if he's not yelling at you, then there's something wrong. So, you take the yellings as they come, whatever, but you know that he's always he's coaching you hard, and it's for a reason. Like I wouldn't want somebody that's not going to yell at me when I do something wrong, because that wouldn't make me better. And I hope that the freshmen and the younger guys understand that, because that's got me to the point where I'm at today. And I try to show them that, not to get discouraged at times that stuff like that happens. But yeah, definitely, Coach Warner really balances that line between having an aggressive coaching style and being there for you and helping you along your way.
Do you and the other
You
guys
guys
who
have
came
anything
back?
else? A couple more questions.
Yeah.
Because we got Ben sitting here.
Do you and the other guys who came back, the other starters, you guys talk about how good you could be this season, building off last year?
Yeah, try not to talk about it too much, because last year's last year. You know, it was a good season in our eyes, but you know, we need to be better. Obviously, most programs in the country would do anything for 10 wins, but we're not most programs in the country because we're Michigan. So, you know, we're doing our best, working every day to get that 11th, 12th win, 13th win. Every day we're just focused on that, and just the next game, kind of going each week. It doesn't matter who we're playing a faceless opponent. You just got to play your best. Doesn't matter. That's how we're taking this. The most important game's the next game. So.
What was your reaction when Ben moved to defensive tackle? Do you think that was a natural fit or a challenge for him?
I think from an aggression standpoint, I think it was a natural fit. But yeah, it definitely is going to take a little bit of adjustment. He has adjusted well from moving from running back to D-line. But he's starting to hold his own in there. He was definitely a little shaky at first, but yeah, he's doing it because he's put on a lot of weight as well. So yeah, he's a big, strong in there. Just gotta see if he can hold his ground against some double teams, but I'm sure he will be able to.
Who are the tackles behind Ryan that are working there?
So yeah, we got Ryan working both sides, and they just moved Joel Honigford up too. They moved him out from guard to tackle. He's a athletic guy, so there's no doubt he can do that. And they got Dan Jokic out there as well, and Trente and Trevor have been trying to work in there as well, get some reps, get some experience.
All right, guys, we're going to move Jon out.